What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning to you. We're going to go to the gym right now, which is in the warehouse. We're going to train triceps and we're going to train chest. It's going to be a great day. I just took my pre-workout like 20 minutes ago, so I am wired for sound. I apologize because I still don't have the lights fixed in the gym, so I cannot work out with y'all. But I want to show you something or ask you something. And again, I apologize because it's so dark in here. Probably going to lose focus. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. So, here's the question. We got the squat rack, which I'll probably move over here a little bit. I bought a dumbbell rack for all the dumbbells, and I'm going to probably put that over here. I'm going to get a weight tree for all the plates, and we do our deadlifts. You probably can't see this, but there is, wow, that is super dark. There's another mat on the floor right there, and that's where we do deadlifts. And then we have the tire over there if we flip tires at all, and then the benches, which obviously are movable. But here's the question. I'm thinking about putting a jungle gym sort of thing, like a cable crossover, in this corner of the gym. But it's pretty big. It's going to take up quite a bit of space, but have it kind of along here. And I was thinking, the question is, do I get it in black, like a textured black, and just follow along with the blacked out theme? Or do I get it in like a crimson red, which is another pretty cool option, I think. So I know it's super dark in there, and y'all have said that I shouldn't wear black when I'm training for video purposes, which I agree with. Again, the lighting is going to make a huge difference. But the question, do you think it would look better if it was black with everything else, or red? Let me know. Alright, y'all, just finished the workout. It was rock solid. How'd you feel, Crystal? Good?
It's great.
Now, we're doing something new with our employees here at Keto Brick. We're all starting work at 7. What time y'all get off? 5:30?
Yes, sir.
They get off at 5:30. So we're going to have like this morning conference meeting at 7 o'clock. We're going to do like a debriefing, what all we have to get done in the day, what the goals are for the month, etc., etc., etc. And then we're also going to make this like a little tutorial class, like learning experience for them, so they can get a better, well-rounded knowledge of the ketogenic diet and what it is they're doing in the first place, because they're all keto now. So we got a little classroom setting going on here. They got the notebooks and everything. Y'all got any questions for the day? Anything specific? No questions? We're going to talk about polyunsaturated fats today.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready.
It goes right through you, or your body doesn't use it and like spike your insulin. Your body registers it as a carbohydrate no matter what, so it's going to affect.
All right, so we're doing kind of basics 101 here on nutrition labels. We're not talking about polyunsaturated fats today, but I just grabbed a whole bunch of products and I'm letting them look at the labels and tell us which ones are the most ketogenic, the least ketogenic, and why. We have almonds. What is that? Peely nut butter?
Mm-hmm.
Peely nut butter. We have almond flour and Anthony's cheddar cheese powder and what is that? Bone broth protein.
This was kind of a tricky question, Robert.
So
It was.
this?
It was. They're working on it. Dylan, you think you got it all figured out?
I haven't looked at all. I haven't seen the bone broth protein. Are we supposed to be putting them in order?
Oh, this
I
is
mean, not all you guys
good
can
for
put it in
you.
order, but
This is
Seeing
not
different
good.
things about different ones.
I would think that's first.
That
Yeah. I went
instead of the
with
protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
doesn't
with
really have
I'd
fat
go
in
with the
it.
butter was the best thing on the table.
All right, they've got them all lined up in order that they think they're ketogenic. Explain to us why. Y'all can take turns here in order. Which one's for
well,
most?
when you actually think is like the most ketogenic.
Yeah.
This one.
And what is that one?
Yeah, peeling butter.
Peely nut butter. And why is that one the most ketogenic?
Because it only has 1 gram of sugar, or well, 4 carbs, but it's got 20 grams of fat.
What about the ingredients? Did you look at the ingredients or just the macros?
That was a tricky question.
That was.
It was a tricky
That's
one.
why I
Only
was
one
like,
that I didn't look at the
oh, then I
ingredients
don't
on.
look at the
I looked at the ingredients on the rest of them. It's the only one I didn't look.
Yeah, and it's just nuts, butter, oil, and salt. Super
So,
clean.
so they think the order from most to least is the peely nut butter, the bone broth protein, almonds, the cheddar cheese powder, and the almond flour.
Okay. So this is the order I would eat them from the first thing I would eat to the last thing I would eat. I would first choose the almonds because it's a whole food. The only thing in it is almonds. It does have a higher carb in it, but it's still a whole food, so I would go with that one first. The same thing with the almond flour. Has nothing added in it. It's just blanched almonds, crushed up almonds. Then I would do this one. Nothing's wrong with this. This is just a bunch of oils, coconut butter, and salt. So I would definitely go with this one. And then the protein, it is a higher protein, so higher protein than fat. So I would have to add fat to it, but it's a pretty good like product. There's no artificial sweeteners in it. Just what was it? Stevia? Yeah, stevia. So there are some gums, and we try to kind of avoid most gums. And then the Anthony's powder. It's like equal proteins, fats, and carbs. Not my favorite. I do eat it, but I don't do it very regularly. Yeah, there's some additive stuff in here, so that would definitely be my last choice.
Alright, so I switched mine up a little bit. The only reason I put the peely nut butter before the almonds was because the almonds are whole food. You do want to go with whole foods. You can't go wrong there. But this has 15 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, 4 fiber, and 6 grams of protein. Whereas this one has 20 fat, 4 total carbs, and 3 grams of protein. So it's a much higher fat ratio. And yes, it's not a whole food, but when you look at the ingredients, you have peely nuts, organic coconut butter, organic virgin coconut oil, and Himalayan salt. So you're getting a little bit more electrolytes here with the salt and a more diverse fat profile, which is why I would choose this over the almonds. The almonds, again, whole food, so pretty good option. This is only got almond flour in it, so pretty good. The carb profile is a little bit higher, so that's why this is a little bit more processed than this. You know, with processed foods, it's just like farther away from the organic and natural state. This being in the natural state, this being the processed state. This is really high in protein compared to fat, so I do not like that. I mean, this is in itself is not ketogenic. Like, you would have to add fats to this to make it ketogenic. You wouldn't want to have this by itself, but if you had this with like if you made a shake with, you know, coconut oil and, you know, some butter and like some like heavy cream or something to fatten it up, that would be a good option. And this is more heavily processed. It's got 4 fat, 4 carbs, 4 sugars, and 4 protein, and the most ingredients. So this is the farthest thing from a whole food and the most processed. So this would not be my first pick. That's what I would do.
What's up, guys? I honestly have no idea if Robert has even introduced the video today, but if he hasn't, then hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day already. I am here at the warehouse, Robert's uncle's warehouse, to pick up some of the ingredients and all of that stuff. So I did notice in the comments one time, I'm not sure if it was ever answered, why we don't have the semis just come to us rather than his uncle's warehouse. And that is simply because they have like gates here for semis, and for us it would be thousands more every load that they dropped off. So it's actually a lot easier for us to come pick it up in the van than it is for the semi to like get in and maneuver around all the cars and the other warehouses around us. So super easy for us to come pick it up. But I just noticed someone asked that in the comments like one other time. So we're gonna go in and pick that up. Ooh, we got a tight fit. You're good on this side. Alright, I don't know if you guys could see how small that space was that he had to get that forklift through that truck and that pallet of water, but it was not big at all, and that man did it twice. We have the best pop in the whole world. The sweetest. He just smiled. He was happy to do it. He is the best. We are very lucky.
Don't spin it. This is the craziness we deal with.
I got you.
I'm doing this wrong. This is their cardio for the day.
A lot easier for me.
Yeah,
Alright, y'all, we are back in the office. I don't really know what all footage Crystal got. Hopefully some good stuff, because It's getting pretty late right now. I'm probably gonna close this vlog up shortly. Got the coals going right now. About to throw a steak on the grill, chow down, and go to bed. Today has been a doozy of a day. I just got the podcast I was recording with Vinny Tortorich, so super excited to see how that is received. It was a pretty good conversation. So he was on my podcast yesterday. I'm going to publish that this Friday. I was on his podcast today. I'm not sure when he's going to publish his, but pretty good conversations. Today was mostly an office work day for me. I feel like I've been sitting in this chair for quite some time. Got my renewal for my insurance for next year. All my business insurance for having a food product, so that was fun. I'm going through different supplier lists right now to see what kind of ingredients I can manipulate to bring out a new flavor for Keto Brick. I sent out an email. I got a lot of requests for various different flavors, so I'm working on where I can source those ingredients, how much they're going to cost, how I can fit them into the recipe, what I need to take out of the recipe to put more stuff in the recipe. So excited about that. This is a stack of paper. I did all my taxes today. I didn't do all my taxes today, but I did all my preliminary tax stuff today. So I had to get all my employees' W-2s out to them. Had to file my all my employee stuff, all my taxes that are associated with that, all of that good stuff for the fourth quarter of 2018. And let's see what else we got going on here. Just perusing my desk right now. Got an application to fill out for another supplier of warehouse materials such as tape guns, boxes, pallets, all that good stuff. And I sold my house yesterday. So sold my house in Washington. That's pretty good news. Sold my house in Washington. Lived there since 2015. I don't remember. 2014. I don't remember. But I bought the house 2014, 2015. That's where I met Crystal. Actually bought the house 2 blocks down from her coffee stand that she worked at, and that sold a couple days ago, or yesterday, I'm not sure, but I'll post a picture of that house here. That was the first house I ever bought, so I'm excited that it's sold and I don't have to fool with it. I had it rented out for a few years, but now that I'm living in Arkansas, it just makes sense to sell it and move on to the next thing. So yeah, that's good news. But yeah, today's mostly just been business stuff, y'all. Mostly been at the computer. It was pretty cool having the employees come in this morning and do like that little classroom setting thing in which they just picked questions and we answered them and then showed them a few things. I'm gonna make that a daily occurrence, whether it be nutrition related or gym related or whatever. It's cool to be able to kind of pay it forward and help them. Plus, they're gonna be working with us at a lot of these conferences. They're gonna be coming with us in, helping at the booth. So it's important that they know what they're talking about. So I'm super excited about that. There's one other thing I want to talk about. Oh, I got a new email service provider software that I'm working on. It's not rolled out yet, but I'm working on it. And here's the thing. Let's talk. This is just going to be like a business podcast. She took y'all looking at warehousing material and whatnot, picking up the pallets of ingredients. So we're just going to make this a full-blown business podcast. Email is a very important part of any business. It's a way to communicate with your customers, potential customers, etc., etc. A lot of companies are really, really shady with their email. They'll blast out a bunch of spam, and it just becomes like this annoyance more so than any kind of value added for you. I don't want to do that. I want to do the exact opposite of that. I want to make sure that my emails are worth reading and not just going to the junk folder. So I've got, for Keto Savage, I've got like my weekly newsletter, the 7 Set Sunday, which often comes out on Monday. But that's just me putting out bullet points of things that I might be that I'm interested in, that you might be interested in, products I've used, products I'm going to use, articles I've read, books I've read, mindset things, just a bunch of random stuff that I have found valuable in my life and share with y'all. So that's my form of email for the Keto Savage brand. The Keto Brick brand, basically the emails associated with that are, I'll email everybody when there's a launch coming up, or like when it goes live pretty much. So when the launch happens, I'll email saying everybody, hey, it's live. These are new flavors, etc., etc. And I try to make that pretty personal. Like I'll try and give updates with regard to, what's new with the business, new employees, new flavors, etc., etc. And with email providers, so the software you use to send emails, you have like just a bunch of different moving pieces. Right now I've got 3 email providers. So I'm trying to move Keto Brick to this new email service provider that will hopefully give me more valuable insight into you. Like what emails have been opened, what emails have not been opened, you know, demographics and stuff like that. And a lot of companies use that and they like take way too much advantage of that, and it becomes like spam. Like they'll start spamming you. It's almost like they're spying on you, just weird stuff. And see, I don't ever want to do that. So I want my emails to be very personal, very one-on-one. I want to like have a conversation with you. That's why when y'all email me, I respond to all of them, because I care about y'all. Like I care about building the business in an organic, natural, grassroots type of way. So I want to bring on more software to help streamline my operation and make things more efficient, but I don't want that to come at the cost of it feeling normal. Like any email I send out, I'm still wanting to type out. I'm still wanting to put in information there that's not salesy or like fake. So that's just a rant on emails. Probably most of you don't even care about this, but for the few that do, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you notice anything that is not personal, is not unique, is not value added, because then I'll recognize that and I'll change course. That's one of the beauties of having a small business, is I can adapt to the feedback y'all give me. So anything you don't like with the business, let me know, and I'll try and fix it and make it more value added for y'all. Because at the end of the day, any success I see is a result of any value I bring to you. And if I don't bring you any value, then I'm failing at my job. So that's all I've got to say. Hopefully you like this little spiel on business. Let me know in the comments if this is somewhat interesting to you, because I can totally dive deep into the business aspect of things if you're interested. If not, then tell me it's not. But that said, I will see you tomorrow. Good night. By the way, I got a haircut today. That's something I did outside of the office. Check it out. Check it out. Kind of crazy. I don't ever know what to do with my hair, y'all. That's why I wear a hat. All right. See you later.